Hello, you're listening to a preview of a premium episode of Blocked Reporter. This one is about Will Stancil again, but this is a crazy story involving anti-ice honeypots and strippers investigating January 6th and other stuff I don't want to give away. You're going to want to hear the whole thing. Go to blockedreport.org, become a premium subscriber, become part of our community. It's incredible. But in the meantime, enjoy the preview. Hey.
Hey.
Did you notice anything different about how I greeted you?
You got a haircut?
Well, the people can't see that, but thank you. Yeah. No, but I didn't ask the thing you don't like me to ask. I just said, hey, and I think that's enough.
Moving on.
I actually don't. I almost just slipped back into it. This is Blocked and Reported.
It's a Primo episode.
We're
starting. This is a very inauspicious start.
There are a couple, before we get to today's main segment, which involves a certain Will Stancil. I'm not going to say which one. couple quick preliminaries. First of all, you had to change the time we recorded today because you said you had to, don't have the quote in front of me, something very close to meet some old people on the beach early. Care to explain?
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. I am in a walking group and we meet early and they're old.
Dog walking group or just walking?
Yeah, about half the people have dogs. Actually, I think today everyone had dogs and we meet and we walk on the beach. It's truly lovely. You know, we just moved to this new town not that long ago, and I finally found my people. And yes, they're all in their 70s.
Pedophiles? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, they're not pedophiles, as far as I know. But that hasn't come up yet. They are slowly learning about who I am. That one texted me the other day, and he said, I Googled this Jesse Single character. Sounds interesting.
Oh, nice.
Which I have not brought up your name, so he figured out. He did some research. Figured out.
I've occasionally gotten that. The only time I make new acquaintances is through basketball. I don't have a good personality and I never meet people.
No.
But I'll play basketball, at random places, and people occasionally see my name and they'll Google me and they'll say something
fuck you?
Vague. Well, I assume the people who would say fuck me just don't say that. It's usually pretty positive. It's older. So I play one game I'm thinking of has some older guys, guys up into their 50s and 60s, and they are usually complimentary because they're they don't get all these newfangled genders,
Right, exactly. That's the thing. It's my target audience is gonna pretty much agree with
someone on their deathbed.
Well, I mean that's a little far, but definitely either served in Vietnam or didn't serve in Vietnam, but had the opportunity to serve in Vietnam.
Yeah, had the opportunity to go to Vietnam to enforce gender norms, which is why we were there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. One other...
This Marxist, man. They're everything's we ours.
We ours. Marxists are... My pronoun is we ours. One other thing is, I don't know, someone sent us an email. We were talking about the name Nimrod and how Nimrod was taken to be an insult. And I think I called it...
You said it was a Jew name.
Jewish name. I don't have the exact quote, and sometimes that's a correspondence, a Jew name. I know one guy named Nimrod who's from a Jewish family. Quote, this is from a listener, Nimrod is not a Jewish name. While it does come from Genesis, Nimrod was a king/hunter at the time of Abraham. In fact, it is believed that Nimrod attempted to kill Abraham by throwing him into a fire. There's got to be easier ways to try to kill someone. So naming your kid Nimrod is as Jewish as naming him Pharaoh. Fun fact, the use of the name, he goes on, fun fact, the use of the name Nimrod as an insult came from a misunderstanding of a line in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Bugs Bunny refers to Elmer Fudd as a Nimrod as a reference to the biblical Nimrod who was a hunter, Jewish writers, I assume. But many people understood that he meant it as an insult and started using the name in that way. If you have any more questions about Judaism or Elmer Fudd, please don't hesitate to ask. I've got some questions. Try to throw him in a fire.
So I just opened up my email and I'm not even segueing. I'm just changing the subject. So there's a festival in Seattle every year called Cascade PBS Ideas Festival. And I've been a few times. I saw Lindy West a couple years ago.
I forgot ask about that.
I don't know if we can talk about that.
And then I'll segue us.
We'll come back to that. This is we'll come back to that. I have to clear with Jana that I can
Yeah.
The thing you're alluding to.
The thing. Yeah. The thing I'm alluding to, which we're not going to explain anything about further. Okay. But it is a thing.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay. So
about Lindy West, maybe.
Anyway, I saw Lindy West a couple years ago. Then last year And it was like, she was there, like Patrick Roe-Radden-Keefe was there, Nomi Fry was there. It was an pretty interesting lineup. And then last year, it was like a pretty anti-woke lineup. Like Nick Gillespie was there, Mike Pesca was there, Jane Coaston was there. It was like last year, I'm like, who did this programming? This is an awesome group. And then I just opened an email from Cascade this year, and it's Ibram X. Kendi on modern authoritarianism, Monica Lewinsky and Laverne Cox on identity and resilience, Adam Schiff on democracy and AI, Nancy Pelosi on what it takes to wield power, and Chanda Prescott Weinstein on Deep Space. I think they fired whoever had Pesca and Nick Gillespie on and replaced them with the opposite.
Prescott Weinstein is like this social justice astronomer,
she has come
and
up
I've
on
had
the show.
run-ins with her. Yeah. I think it's her again. At one point, she was agender.
Yeah.
Just one of the more like, I don't say this lightly, terrifying people on woke Twitter now. Yeah. Bluesky. Okay, so they're vacillating wildly back and forth from.
So next year is going to be Nick Fuentes and Richard Spencer, and the following year will be Robin DiAngelo, and again Chanda Prescott Weinstein.
Very excited for that. Okay, well, that was a weird. It wasn't as you said. It wasn't a segue. I was just changing the subject. So that was the Nimrod thing, and then the only other thing is I got locked out of Twitter. So if anyone did you tweet at what's his name, Nikita Beer? What did he say?
I did. I said my employee Jesse Single has been locked out of his Twitter account, porn related, I'm sure, and would like your urgent attention to this matter. Thank you. I assume you're still locked out. So, but the responses were pretty good. So first one, April says maybe he could hang out over on Bluesky while he waits. There's lots about HIPAA violations. One, best to let it be, consider it divine intervention.
That's what I should take this as like a good thing, like a really lucky break, like a scratch off ticket. But to my disappointment, I do feel an urge to see what's going on there, in part because of the hilarious jokes you just read. So Nikita Beer or anyone at Twitter, if you're listening, I miss you.
Do you want to explain how you got locked out?
Yeah, well, I already explained. I had a phone and I took it into a hot tub in Mammoth Lakes, California, where there was a bear. That's unrelated, but it was cool. I had an authenticator app on it, and when I downloaded the authenticator app, I either forgot to or forgot where I put the those little codes you use if you lose the device. So, that's rough.
Interesting. I also have an authenticator app. We're supposed to write those down.
You should, yeah. And now it's tricky because it's hard for me to know which religious or ethnic groups are taking over Europe and killing white people, which is the kind of information you can only get on Twitter. So it's disappointing. Okay, Katie, should we get to the actual thing?
Let's do it. What are we talking about today? Oh wait, you already said it. The Will Stancil. I already said.
If memory serves, the last time I led a segment about Bluesky, or as you call it, Bluesky, like some Polish Chicago hot dog vendor.
I said that Ben Dreyfuss, by the way. Credit where it's due.
You steal everything from Ben Dreyfuss,
including my eyes. That's why he only has one.
Jesus Christ, that's dark.
Okay,
I like how funny you found that. I stole my eye from Ben Dreyfuss, and I would have gotten away with it if I hadn't just admitted to it on a podcast.
I'm going to derail this really quick. My nephew was in
Ben Dreyfuss.
No, my nephew was in a really serious ski accident over the winter. He's fine. He has to have surgery on his eye, but he's fine. But for a little while, it was like touch and go. Like we didn't know if he was gonna lose an eye or be blind or whatever. And I was thinking who do I know anybody who could talk to my nephew about life after losing an eye? And the only person I could think of was Ben Dreyfuss. You don't want him talking to your nephew.
The doctor comes in and sits his parents down. We don't know the outcome yet. There's a chance he'll have to become a contrarian podcaster. The only job available for someone with that disability. Well, I'm glad to hear your
he has both eyes.
Nephew has both eyes.
Unlike Ben.
Okay, usually I'm the derailer, so I can't get too mad about your frequent derailments. But yeah, last time I led a segment on Bluesky, I was basically it felt like a bender. I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going back in there. This is too fucked up. Unfortunately, friend of the podcast, Will Stancil, had other plans. Remind everyone who Will Stancil is.
God, who is Will Stancil?
Who isn't Will Stancil?
Right, he's a muse.
Yep, a poet.
Well, I'm thinking of the Will Stancil show, how there's an actual cartoon, a very racist AI cartoon made in his honor. He inspired it.
Yep.
He also ran for office in Minnesota.
Yep.
Lost, but not by much. He's a hero.
Yep.
He has been a big part of the anti-ICE patrols in Minneapolis, although he was, I believe at one point, kicked out for talking to the media, or they attempted to kick him out. He is...
actress, model, dancer.
He's the contrarian's contrarian.
Yeah.
He pisses off everybody, and his politics are like pretty moderate. And I'm sure he's more kind of social justice-y than I am, but he's basically like a Biden moderate.
Yeah.
Compared to much of Bluesky.
Yes.
And so he manages to piss off Bluesky and X and presumably the people around him.
Yeah, we last talked about him in the context. You mentioned this cartoon is by Emily Eustace, who's, I don't think I hit this point hard. I mean, she's like actually a white nationalist, and she made a AI generated cartoon featuring an African American using the catchphrase "It do be like that, Mr. Stancil." Went super viral. This was just one of many scrapes he's gotten into online. I think this was the biggest one. So after that, apparently this drove Will Stancil away from Twitter into the far more welcoming arms of Bluesky, or supposedly welcoming. Technically, he's still on Twitter. I'm told he hasn't tweeted since December. That said, I'm locked out. Katie, check Will Stancil's account and see what the most recent tweet is and what it says.
Don't you have a burner?
Yeah, but I think I lost access to that too. I think I'm just like off now, which is good.
Okay, yeah. He has not tweeted since December 15th, 2025.
What did he say?
Trump is an incredibly evil person, and the people who celebrate him and tell constant lies to protect him are also evil. And then he followed this up with, we should not tolerate this kind of open, smirking evil in our society, and especially in our government. I have to say, I sort of agree with that.
That Trump is bad?
I think that Trump is bad. I don't know that the people who celebrate him are evil. I think they can also be... Confused.
Manipulated.
Yeah. Yes. Foolish. It is continually, somehow still surprising to me that Trump has as much support as he does considering the cost of gas.
Well, although but
like just like looking at like what happened in Texas and what happened with the Ken Paxton race, what happened with Thomas Massie, like anybody within the Republican Party who dares to even mildly challenge Trump ends up losing their fucking races, despite the fact that the price of gas is now like $5 a gallon in most of the U.S. Anyway, you would think
we're getting derailed again.
Wait, one more thing. I saw this commercial yesterday, and I thought, I was like, did I eat edibles and forget about it? Did I hallucinate this? And it was a commercial for this upcoming UFC.
Next to the White House
match at the White House. Cool. And this is happening. This is really fucking happening. It's going to be like Joe Rogan and Dana Bayer.
Did you say Dana Bayer?
Wait, that's a trans woman.
The trans activist?
Who's the Bayer?
The contrarian
definitely not Dana Bayer.
Dana White?
Dana White, yeah.
Definitely, I don't think Dana Bayer will be at the UFC event outside the Trump White House.
I don't think so.
Dana, if you're listening, let us know if you'll...
Yeah, if you're going. Yeah. It'll be like Logan Paul and on the... they're building a cage on the White House lawn, and I thought maybe I hallucinated this, but I looked it up, and no, it's real, and it's happening, of course, on Trump's fucking birthday.
If Trump announced we're gonna have immigrant detainees fight and the winner gets citizenship, would that surprise you at this point? Because it wouldn't surprise me. I'd be like, that sounds like something he would do.
No, and I might watch.
That's fucked up. I will just say, because you brought it up, he's plumbing new frontiers of unpopularity for president, and it's weird because he has an iron grip on the party, but right. I don't think this is going to go well for them in a few months. Katie, we don't need to talk about this. How did we get here?
I don't know. Okay, yes. Will Stancil.
Stancil skeets everywhere on Bluesky. He's just constantly skeeting. Skeet is something I came up with to describe his behavior on there. So Katie, there's just a random tweet from February I pasted in here. Just read that little note affixed to the top of it. This is a Will Stancil skeet, weird. I should say, from 2026.
Post a lot, more than 100 times yesterday. Why? What is that tag?
So there's all these ways to tag, if I tweet something, skeet something, it's like evil, bigot. And
so this is like a note that other skaters can attach to your own.
Yeah, tweets? I don't know if it's that system. Or if I haven't been on Bluesky enough. I think if someone is posting that much, it should be mandatory that they get flared. Because that just means this person should not be listened to. But yeah, post more than 100 times.
It's like a flare that says mental health issues.
It's like a tramp stamp. Like it gives you the same sort of information.
A lot, more than 100 times yesterday.
I'm going to get a tramp stamp that just calls me Sir Post a lot. In like sort of Latin kings type.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you were alluded to earlier, Will Stancil has a unique ability to derange just about everybody. He often goes after the right, but he has sometimes also gotten the left mad at him. So just read the top of this profile in Racket Magazine, a Minnesota-based outlet. This sort of sums it up well.
Will Stancil strikes a curious interage duality, the pugnacious punching bag, eager to scrap, yet immune to the counterattacks that barrage his Twitter timeline day and night. Stancil didn't always tweet this way. About 9 months ago, however, the U of M researcher began a daily assault on the so-called vibe session, a belief that doomer economic sentiments are overshadowing promising indicators in the U.S. economy. Centrists agreed in great numbers that President Joe Biden's economy is indeed booming, while the left fancied Stancil a water-carrying shill for the Democratic establishment. That was a fun time on the timeline.
Yeah.
Like Will single-handedly taking on Hassan Piker.
People really did not like Will's econ posting, so he argued in this interview that he does not, quote, get off on it. It's his quote. It being like an internet punching bag. I don't think that his behavior squares with that. I think he gets off on it. Like, I think he likes...
Really?
You don't think Will Stancil likes being the internet punching bag based on his behavior?
Will strikes me as potentially a bit spectrum-y.
Okay.
I cannot enter the mind of Will Stancil.
It's very hard to do. But someone who's this deep into their posting career... Like, Katie, you... Which
is what it is.
I think the last time people got really mad at you, it was when you said, don't do therapy, go, like, help somebody.
I don't think that was the last time, but yeah, people got very upset about that.
And what do you... When you are the character of the day, what are you supposed to do?
Post through it.
No. No. So you know this. The opposite answer.
I'm
just
sorry.
Log off.
I will do better.
Yes. I sorry. What I meant to say was therapy is great. Now that 10,000 people in therapy have told me to kill myself, proving how happy and well-adjusted they are, it's really working for you guys. No, when you're the character of the day, go for a walk, touch grass. In
the immortal words of Earl Sweatshirt, was that who said it?
Oh, Tyler, the Creator. I don't think you can read that quote in its full form.
I can't say it, but log off.
Log off. Yeah. Will does not log off. He's just constantly punching back. And that is why he has become such a character.
Yeah. Do you think he has a job these days?
Yeah, he is.
So at the time of this article, he was a U of M researcher.
He did. I mean, we're going to get into it, but he had he
has a law degree.
He did have a lot of time to do sort of... And I have nothing against this cause, but he had a lot of time to do anti-ICE stuff. So I don't know if he had like a 9 to 5, but we don't have 9 to 5s.
Maybe at the time, when was the ICE stuff happening? I mean, it's possible that
February,
he was making so much money
January.
on Twitter engagement that he was just, he was like the Ian Miles Cheong of resistance Twitter.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about him again?
Right. So, as I think mentioned earlier, he lives in Minnesota. He's been living there since 2000. That's it. That's all you get. If you want to hear the whole thing, go to blockreporter.org and become a premium subscriber. Thank you for listening. Bye.